My Pokemon videos tend to do pretty well, so am I milking views for Pokemon? Yeah, totally. Look at all the Pokemon stuff. Look, Pokemon Scarlet. It's my favorite Pokemon game.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been out for a couple months now, and I decided to take a critical look at the game, because why not? And yes, unfortunately, Ed Sheeran is in this video game, so that's a -1 point.
Mining away.
This game looks like absolute alright, I don't even care what you say. The textures on Corydon are so fuzzy and unclear, it looks like a Wii game. Look at the bricks from Mario Sunshine, then look at the bricks from Pokemon Scarlet. They're basically exactly the same. It's a shame because there's way more better looking games that run on Switch. And this is unedited footage. I repeat, this is not slowed down. This is footage from the real game. Look at the frame rate. It's awful.
I swear to God, that last clip was like 4 frames a second.
Now, we get people are going to whine and be like, oh, it's the Nintendo Switch. It's not as powerful as the Xbox. Get used to it. Dude, Pokemon freaking Sword runs better than this game.
It's 2023, and Game Freak is a multi-million-dollar company. Can they not make a game that runs better than mayonnaise?
And everyone gets unique glitches like this one. This one is my favorite. Something unique in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, though, is the open world, done just like in Legends Arceus. Which is honestly a great change, because the Pokemon formula has been overused to death. You can find items, raids, and different type of Pokemon when you're exploring the open world. Not to mention you can use your Pokemon for auto-battling to get some good XP. It's worth noting that Paldea is huge, and it's full of different type of regions and different Pokemon in those regions. It was honestly super fun to explore on my first playthrough. And if you saw my top 10 Pokemon video, then you know that this region has a great Pokedex that I think you'll appreciate too. Alright, back to another con, but whatever. There's no level scaling in this game. There's a specific order you're supposed to do everything in, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of it being open world. Breath of the Wild was a great open world game because you could do anything you wanted to in any order you wanted to. Honestly, it's disappointing. With my personal experience, I wanted to beat all the gyms first. But no, I had to go fight the lame Titan Pokemon. Speaking of Titan fights are something new in the Pokemon games. Technically, Sun and Moon did it first with the trial Pokemon, but I don't really count that because Sun and Moon's kind of lame. On paper, fighting giant Titan Pokemon sounds cool, but when put into perspective, to be honest, it's just kind of boring. You also have to infiltrate Team Star bases, which is just really easy and really boring, because you just auto-battle Pokemon that die in one hit, and the type matchups barely even matter.
Seriously, I went into the fighting Team Starbase with a Tyranitar and a Garchomp and made it through without any deaths. Like, where is the strategy in the challenge, Pokemon Company?
But the fights against the Star Bosses with the Starmobiles are actually really tough and no doubt the hardest part about the Team Star bases. Unfortunately, Pokemon Home is still not compatible with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Hurry up!
I don't know what to.
Pokemon has a track record of having really bad stories, but the 3 stories are actually pretty good in this game. You attend a school where you meet Nemona, Arven, and then the Team Star person. Your rival, Nemona, challenges you to become champion rank with her in her storyline. Help Arven defeat Titans to get herbs to save his dog. And you know, this is a really good, heartwarming storyline. Something that Pokemon hasn't really done before. And finally, do Penny's dirty work and take down Team Star for her. This is the worst storyline. Finally, going to Area Zero and helping out Arven with his mommy/daddy issues. I'm not even lying. Now, all this time, Arven's mom/dad, depends on which game you play, has been researching and been stuck in Area Zero and hasn't paid attention to Arven at all. And you know, he's kind of pissed off about that, because I would too, let's be honest. It's up to you to figure out what happened, and I don't really want to spoil too much, so I'm just going to stop talking now, because I was absolutely shocked when I found out what happened. Looking back, my favorite character was definitely Arven. He had a great storyline with his dog and some mommy and daddy issues that really made him human. I know that the fanbase really liked Nemona, but personally, she didn't stand out to me. She had a very stale personality with zero character development. She just wanted to battle like any other rival.
And that's going to do it for my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet review. Personally, I think if this game baked a little longer in the oven and it would have been more complete, looked better, and had just like a little bit of better storyline, this could have been the best Pokemon game ever. I still think that the older ones are a lot better than this one. Even some of the 3DS ones, like Pokemon X, is better. Personally, I just love Pokemon X. But it definitely did not bake long enough in the oven. It was kind of rushed at the end. I know that. So, unfortunately, a game that could have got a 10 out of 10 if it came out like a year later dropped down to only a 7 out of 10. And you know what? I'm not sorry. Take that, Game Freak.